Action.
Here you go. It's a Milky Way.
I'm an astronaut. This one's a moon pie. I walked on the moon.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about troubling and irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
the sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these stories simply aren't true without checking facts first. Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
And in case there are any conspiracy theorists out there, how would you prove to us that you're in zero gravity?
Mind control to Major Tom. Mind control to Major Tom. Hang the green screen up and put your wires on. Mind control to Major Tom. Mind control to Major Tom.
I don't know, we're gonna have to do something for you.
This is mind control to Major Tom. We've fooled the human race. Now the existence of God is so far away. Mind control to Major Tom. Mind control to Major Tom.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Howie?
Hey, there's my beautiful bride.
How are you?
I'm amazing. I mean, this is even better than I dreamed. Yeah, I look out the window and it's all so unbelievable.
People thought we really went to the space station, and there was a moment where I feel like in the writer's room they discussed, they're like, we could just send Simon, he's small, just shoot him up there, so don't give anyone any ideas.
Hey look, this pen is floating. How crazy is that?
We had to do all of our own slow-mo kind of non-gravity acting, which was a challenge because it's sort of like acting underwater. And then there were special effects. We were on like a pulley and a bicycle seat, and it was unlike anything I've really done.
We did it! We're on the ground! We survived!
That was just a parachute.
We still have another 6 miles to go.
One of the astronauts in the scenes is actually an astronaut, Mike Massimino. He kept saying what a flashback it was for him and how the room was the same, and even crew members on the set, that it reminded him of crew members there.
The set that we've had, a lot of experts got involved with helping them build that, so it really looks exactly like the real thing. I got a little bit involved with helping them set this up, and quickly they got over with my understanding of it, because they wanted real detail of the spaceship dimensions and exactly where everything looks, and they looked at lots of pictures and video, and they talked to lots of people.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Everything's fine.
Howard.
The other astronauts are being mean to me.
We give him a bit of a hard time on the show, you know, as the way the script's written. And we would certainly give him a hard time if he was really an astronaut, but it would be all in good fun. But I think Howard would make a pretty good astronaut, actually. He's a fun guy. His character is kind of funny. He seems like a good guy. Basically, you want someone that you don't mind hanging around with for really a few years, because you're not always in space with him. You're training with him for a few years. You want to be able to do the job, but you want someone that's going to be fun to be with in a confined area for a while. I haven't heard screaming like I've heard from Howard, so I guess that's probably the biggest difference. He seems to be a little more emotional than what you would expect.
Let's let that last scream go a little longer, if you can.
You want us moving around a little
bit?
bit?
Let's just, you know.
Now I can say I'm not really an astronaut anymore, but I play one on TV. I can say that, but I'm still really an astronaut, so I'm not really sure how to phrase it.
I did not meet Buzz Aldrin, actually, because he had a very strict schedule on Earth here, but I did get to see his moment, and it was poignant.
Quiet, please, gang. Quiet backstage, please. And camera, action.
Here you go. It's a Milky Way.
I'm an astronaut. This one's a moon pie. I walked on the moon.
What have you done?
All of the astronauts that we've met through the show, you talk about physicality. Watching these guys, there is a worldliness about them that I think is untouchable. And they all have this same astronaut stance, kind of like Buzz Lightyear.
To infinity and beyond.
You know, when I grew up, we didn't use the word cool, but today what is cool is to think about space. And one of the things that we've learned to think about is the beginnings of time, the beginnings of the universe that came about with the Big Bang Theory.